What's up, family? It's Frank here again. We're talking about pivoting. We're going to still be talking about that this week. Last week, we talked about being planted. In order to make a pivot, you must be planted. Well, the next thing we want to talk about, I want to give you another P. This week, I want to talk about perspective, because your perspective changes when you pivot. How does that happen? Well, if we use that analogy from last week of a basketball player, again, you have to think the basketball player has one foot established on the ground while using that one foot to rotate the body around. And as they're rotating, they're actually able to see things in different ways. Some things that were behind them, they're able to rotate to see those things. They're able to move their bodies while keeping that foot planted and seeing things differently so that they can make plays happen. Well, the same happens when it comes to the goals and dreams and the things that God has given you and told you to do in your life. When you are able to pivot, you can actually have a new perspective. You see things differently. So there are some things in your past that God has told you to do before, or there are some goals that you have had in your life that you've had in your past and you never accomplished them. Why? Because you thought they were maybe too hard, you thought they were too difficult, you thought that they would never come to pass. But if you're able to make the pivot this year, you'll be able to see that you can do more than you thought. You'll be able to see that greater is He that is in you than he that is in the world. You will be able to see that God's word will never return to Him void, that you can stand on it. So I want to encourage you this week to make the pivot, because the pivot will change your perspective. I'm Frank, and this is Frankly Speaking.